Hello, everyone. I guess I'm going to do something a little different here than I usually ask. I guess the question there is, what would you do? When I ask that question, I'm talking about everybody out there that is a parent. There's nothing more precious to us than our children. And I just want to know, if your children were suffering in horrible ways after doing everything right, they did nothing wrong or did anything to cause anything to go wrong, and because I tried to do something that was right, a company retaliated against my company in a way where they totally destroyed us. And they did it on purpose. They didn't do it just because, whatever. This was done on purpose. So after 30 years of me running the family business, which has been in business probably 70 years or better, the business has finally come to an end. And it only came to an end because, like I said, I brought up something to a multi-billion-dollar company that they got upset about and didn't want me to even get involved or bring it out anymore, and I just felt it was too big and too important. If people are getting hurt or people are dying from something, especially kids, I think it's your obligation to do everything in your power to make sure that you try to help in any way you can. And that's what I tried to do. But this company that I brought this up to has retaliated against us in a way where they have wiped us out. October 1st, 2016 is the last day for the business. Sorry about that. And now that it's really getting close to shutting the business down, I'm concerned about everybody. My employees, my family, everybody is just went from doing very well to being devastated by what this company did to us. And like I said, they did it on purpose. I have a nephew that worked so hard to get into RIT. This kid worked his butt off in school to get the grades to get accepted into a very prestigious college because of what he wanted to do. But it's very, very expensive. And he's already got his 3 years in. He's got 1 more year to go. Problem is, my brother worked for me, and he's not going to be able to pay for the kids' college this year, and I don't have it. And this kid has worked so hard and did everything so right, and he might get screwed out of what he wanted to do and what he's been working all this time towards. That's horrible. That's horrible. I don't care what I gotta do. Whatever it takes, whatever I gotta do. If I gotta get on my hands and knees and run around and beg and borrow from I will see that kid gets to college. I am not going to deny my nephew or my kids what they worked so hard to do. I always told them, stay on the right path, do the right things, and life will be good. Fast money is never the way it just don't work. That's the way I was taught too. And I taught them that value. Fast money sooner or later goes. There's a lot of ways to make money easily, but nobody ever gets to really enjoy it. For a short period, that's it. Doing the right thing lasts for a long time. And that's what we did. And we have been wiped out. I've been going to the American people asking them for their help in getting this story out. I don't know what else to do. But I am in my last rope with this. Up to the point now with the business about ready to close that everything is just piling on. And like I said, all I do every day is receive phone calls with threats. Everybody's coming after me for everything. And all I can tell them is get in line. There's nothing here to take. There's nothing more to do. I've been wiped out. And then again, because of the situation I brought up, there's been some threats made against me for that personally. I've said in my other videos. Think you got what it takes to come after me because you don't like about me bringing this out because it could cost you a lot of money? You better know what you're doing. That's all I got to say. So, once again, I'm asking the people, what would you do if somebody totally annihilated your family just because they could, because they were upset over something you brought up, something important that should have been brought up? So like I said, October's it. But the stress and the tension is building very, very fast. It's been there all this time since they started this. But with the business getting ready to close and me trying to see that I got everybody around me secured in work or whatever it takes, because everybody that's worked for me has worked for me for a very, very long time and done the right things. And I don't want to see them fall down or do anything either. So, once again, if you know a way to help us out, you have somebody that has an audience that would at least listen to the story, then we can take it from there. And then this company's going to have to sit up and do the right thing. And if they don't, then I'm asking the people to help me boycott them, whatever it takes, to show them they can't get away with this. People are out there fighting all over the place, about one death they felt was injustice. Trust me. People say, "Oh, well, you don't do nothing stupid. You can wind up in jail." As far as I'm concerned, this is worse than jail. Because when I was a young guy, I got locked up for something, and I had spent a little time in there, and I got to see what jail was like. And let me tell you something. What I've been seeing out here and suffering throughout here does not compare to what I felt in jail. And no, I did not break any crime or rob or do anything stupid like that. It was over defending my family. And of course, the case was, when I got to court, it got straightened out. But meanwhile, when I got locked up, I had to spend some time in there until bail, all that. And it wasn't just regular lockup. They had sent me to the county prison, and I was there for 3 weeks waiting to get bail, I get out and everything. And then when we got to court, it all got straightened out. So I don't want you thinking I went and did anything stupid like robbed somebody or hurt somebody or did something like that. No. This was in the process of protecting my son and my family. And when the facts came out, the case was dealt with, and But I'm just saying, I understand what it's like to be in jail. And let me tell you something. Jail was a vacation compared to what I've been suffering. So once again, if you know a way to help out, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for listening. God bless everybody. And try to find some happiness in these hard times. Everybody, take care and much love.